I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. You may remember a while back we did a product review on the Ball freshTECH Jam and Jelly Maker. I made some strawberry jam with their recipe and I was extremely pleased with the way it turned out. But I've been very curious how the Jam and Jelly Maker will work with my own recipes. And recently, I received a comment from a lady who had purchased the Jam and Jelly Maker on my recommendation. She loved it, but she said the same thing. She'd like to know how it works with other recipes. So today, I'm going to improvise a little bit. I'm going to try the Jam and Jelly Maker with one of my own recipes. This is one that I used to make and sell when I had my jam business. I called it Cherry Bomb. I'm just really anxious to see how it does in the Jam and Jelly Maker. So let's get started. Now I've already revealed to you that I'm a big fan of frozen fruit. Most fruits and vegetables are flash frozen within about 4 hours of being picked. Also, they don't contain any kind of preservatives. You can see right here that the only ingredients here is 2 different types of cherries. This particular bag is a mix of dark sweet cherries and dark tart cherries. My recipe calls for about 3 or 3.5 cups of these cherries. So before we go any further, I'm going to make sure to chop up these cherries. After I get these beauties chopped, I'm going to go at them a little bit with a potato masher. After a little mashing, we'll set these aside. This is where things are going to get a little difficult for me. When I make this on the stove, I typically use 2 boxes of powdered pectin. But I really feel like I have to stick with the Jam and Jelly Maker recommendations. So I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of the Ball Real Fruit Classic Pectin. I'll add the 3 tablespoons to my Jam and Jelly Maker. We want to evenly distribute that along the bottom. Next, I'll add my 3 or so cups of cut and crushed cherries. Again, a little bit out of my comfort zone here because I'm going to try to stick with my own recipe. So here we go. 1/2 cup apple juice. 2 teaspoons lemon juice. It doesn't hurt to add just about a pat of butter to this to reduce foaming. But I had a gentleman comment that he has a dairy allergy and he wouldn't be able to use butter. That's not a game changer. It's in here to help reduce foam. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. With this Jam and Jelly Maker, you don't add your sugar until later. Next, we press the jam button. It defaults to 21 minutes. We're going to leave it there. Now we press enter. We're going to leave the lid off for now. While that's blending up, I'm going to measure out 3 cups of sugar. After 4 minutes, the machine will make 4 short beeps. That's when you know it's time to add your sugar. You can see that the machine is heating up. We're just going to evenly distribute that 3 cups of sugar. Now we're going to place the lid on our machine and just let it finish doing its thing for the next 17 minutes. Once the machine cuts itself off, we'll hit cancel, and I'm going to unplug it. We're going to remove the lid and very carefully remove the stirrer. As with the strawberry, there is absolutely zero foam on this jam. With this cherry, as well as with the strawberry, this little bit of whisking at the end is going to be just what we needed. My sterilized jars are ready. Let's transfer this over. I'm going to use my canning funnel and a soup ladle. As with the strawberry, this has made 4 half-pint jars and 1 little tester. That's pretty much exactly the same as my stovetop recipe. At this point, you can either use the screw top method if you think you'll be enjoying this jam in the next 3 to 4 weeks, or if you want to preserve this so you can put it on the shelf, hop over to my channel and check out my video about water bath canning. That method is safe to use with this recipe. Our next step is to wait for this jam to cool down and set up so we can see if it's the consistency we want. Now would be a great time to go tap that like button for me, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I let my tester set up for a while. Let's see what we've got. Consistency looks good. Let's see how it tastes. Amazing. I'm gonna say it again. This jam and jelly maker is a game changer. I tweaked my recipe to go from the 2 boxes of powdered pectin that I'm used to using down to 3 tablespoons of the real fruit classic pectin. That was the only change that I made from my original cherry bomb recipe. In all fairness, Ball's recipe for cherry jam is not that different than mine, although theirs did not call for the apple juice. So we've kind of sort of dabbled into the unknown as to whether or not you can use your own recipes with this jam and jelly maker. It feels like the key to adjusting your recipe to theirs is going to be this particular brand of pectin and how much of it you use. I truly hope you have a fantastic week ahead. I'll see you real soon. Until then, turn off the TV, turn on some music, and just keep jamming.